It's Scarlight here, and welcome to day 6 of the Bolt Breakers versus the OU tier. Can't believe how close we are to the end. And yeah, and let me know, who do you think is going to be the MVP at the end of this episode? Do you think it's going to be Kaiba, Bakura, or do you think someone else is going to sneak up? And with all that said, let the games begin. The first matchup here, and it's definitely going to be a tough one. We have Kieran, Galileo Slowking, Dragapult, Gliscor, Ting-Lu, and Dondozo. Massive threats instantly. Definitely being the Kieran, Dragapult, Ting-Lu, and Gliscor. I'm actually going to lead off with Bakura here. Predicting the Gliscor or the Ting-Lu. That works just as well. So I'm just going to go for the Drain Punch here, get some nice damage off. As they just opt to go for the Stealth Rocks. We do have Rapid Spin. They do have a Rapid Spin blocker. But good thing about Yugi is that we are super effective to Ghost types as well. I'm going to go for Ice Punch, predicting the switch either into Dragapult or into Gliscor. It is going to be Dragapult, and we get the KO, which is awesome. Awesome to see. A very strong start for Bakura. We could see Dondozo most likely coming in here. I don't think we're going to see the Gliscor, but we have definitely got a strong start, which is fantastic for the Bolt Breakers. Definitely got to be wary of the Kieran, as the Kieran is the one to come out. Very surprising. I'm just going to go for Drain Punch as a Terra Ground Air Power, which we do take, and we get all that nice HP back. I'm actually going to Terra Flying here. Go for Drain Punch again, as I'm predicting they are choice specs, and we get the KO. Awesome, massive threat out the way. Bakura is putting in some lovely work early on, as they will now go into Galarian Slowking. I will just go for the Thunder Punch here, get some nice damage off, and then go for the Ice Punch in case they want to go into Gliscor. Predicting the Thunder Punch again. But Bakura has really been so dominant at the moment. And as we do get the Dondozo and we do get the Freeze, they will now go into Gliscor. We'll just go for the Ice Punch here. I'm guessing their best move is Knockoff. As they unfortunately missed the Toxic, we do get the KO. And that's GG. Bakura sweep right there. Did not expect that for the first game. And let's go right into the next one. Here's our next matchup here. We have Iron Moth, Kingambit, Iron Valiant, Rillaboom, Quarter Stone Ogerpon, and we have Awakening Bolt. Massive threats. Honestly, just all of them, especially if that Iron Moth is Terra Ground. Who to lead off with here? Honestly, I think it will be Bakura again, because I predict the Ogerpon. As the Ogerpon does come out, we'll just go for the Drain Punch here, as they're most likely go set up Stealth Rocks, or maybe try set up Swords Dance. We could also see a switch out, maybe into Iron Valiant or Iron Moth, if they predict Drain Punch. We'll have to wait and see. But very good start for us. Oh yeah, I've been loving this team so much, finally get the hang of it. As they do decide to set up some entry hazards, being spikes, which makes complete sense. I will just go for the Thunder Punch here in case they want to predict anything. As they do stay in, get a powerful Power Whip on us, we do get the KO, which is amazing. And let's see who they want to bring out next. Potentially Rillaboom, as it is Iron Moth. They are most likely go for the Fairy Dance. We'll just stay in, as no, they do carry Psychic. Very interesting indeed. I will now go into Kaiba, because Kaiba can take any one hit. We have a free Dragon Pulse, honestly. No, don't need to go for the Thunderbolt. As they do decide to stay in, go for the Sludge Wave. We'll now just go for the Thunderclap and get the KO. Also, massive threat out the way. Kyber is a bit low, which does worry me, as the Iron Valiant does come out. I am going to stay in a Thunderbolt here, predicting Carmine, but that works too. I gotta go for Thundercrap now. Oh no, as I go for another substitute, we just go Thundercrap again, as they will now start setting up Carmines in a very scary spot here. But I will go into oh, is there any way we can take this down? I will go into Malik here, go for the Hurricane, see what they will want to do. Do we take a Moonblast? We do take one, and oh, unfortunately we missed the Hurricane yet again. And I think that's GG from here, unfortunately. We can go for Hydro Pump, as they do opt to go for the Moonblast. And unfortunately get special attack drop as well. I think that would have KO'd if we didn't get the special attack drop, which is unfortunate. And then they also get a crit. Oh, very unfortunate indeed. I don't know if there's any way to come back from here, as they will now go into Raging Bolt. Our Pain Split here, predicting the Carmine. But we're in a very rough spot, as we do get the Pain Split off, get a bunch of HP back, which is fantastic. We'll now go into Yugi, as they do opt to go for the Carmine. We will just go for the Aura Wheel here, get some nice damage off, which we do, as they probably go KO us with a Dragon Pulse. We can now just go into Mai, and then just go for the Full Switch. No, Air Power, has to be Air Power. As they do go for the Thunderclap, we are immune, we get the KO. Very close game indeed, but now they can bring out the Rillaboom, but I still think we have a chance to win. Which is going to be mad if that's the case. But let's find out. As they will now go to Rillaboom, we can just go back into Joey. Yugi getting out massive damage off on the Raging Bolt was fantastic, as they do Terra Grass, Terra Glide. Does do a lot of damage, but doesn't KO us. We can now just go for the Pain Split. Get that nice HP right back. Go for the Will-O-Wisp, as they will opt to go for Grassy Glide again. We can get the burn off. Go for the Pain Split yet again. We should take one more, which we do. Get the Pain Split off. Very close end game here. We'll now just go for the Hydro Pump, as we do take the Grassy Glide, but unfortunately we do miss the Hydro Pump. Go for the Hydro Pump yet again, as they will switch out into Kingambit. Get some nice damage off. Go for the Will-O-Wisp here, as they do decide to go back into Rillaboom. Go for the Hydro Pump, and it all comes down, I think, if Mai and Joey can take a Sucker Punch. As they will go for Knockoff. We do unfortunately not get the KO, as I believe we will definitely go down here, and then we can bring out Mai. Go for the Thunderbolt, as they switch out into Overlord, and then they most likely will KO us with a Grassy Glide. And they do. Very close game, very close indeed. Anything I could have done differently there, I think it's just a bit unfortunate that we missed the Hydro Pump. I should have went into Joey straight away instead of going into Malik as well. They were my two biggest mistakes, and with that said, let's go into the next one. Here's our next matchup here. We have Dragapult, Garchomp, Hoopa Unbound, which you don't see too often, Goldango, Landorus, and Cinderace. Nearly all this team is super massive threat. I'm actually going to lead off with Mai in this case, predicting either the Landorus or the Garchomp. As no, they go to Hoopa Unbound, so we'll just go for the Full Switch here. Get some nice damage. And I think honestly the best play is Yugi, in case they want to go for the Psychic. They do just opt to go for the Knock. That does look to be a choice band. I will go for parting shot here, predicting the switch. Yep. As they do switch into Landorus, we will now just go into Bakura, go for the Ice Punch. I don't know if they want to stay in or not. If they do want to, they do, and we do get the KO, so that's awesome to see. And we do have Rapid Spin if needs be. As I'm predicting the Garchomp here, maybe. We can Terrifying, as the Garchomp does come out. Just go Terrifying Ice Punch again, as the Terra Ghost. And they go for the Scale Shot. But we do manage to get their defenses lower, which is awesome, and we get the freeze, which much hurts. Bakura is definitely on a freeze mission. Maybe Bakura learned from Soul. If you remember in the more dark type, Soul every time just went for Ice Beam, just get the freeze. I don't know what I was with, but why did I go for Brain Punch? I don't know what I was with, but yeah. As we do get the KO on a massive threat, they will now just go into Dragon Pult. We'll let the core go down here, which does give us perfect time to go to Kaiba and go for Calm Mind, because we can take any Draco Meteor. They will have to switch out here. Most likely go be into no, they do stay in. Ow, and that does do a lot of damage to us. We'll just go for the Thunderclap. Unfortunately, Kaiba goes down there. Did not expect it to do that much damage, even with. It might be Choice Specs if that's the case. But now we can just go into mine and just go straight for the Air Power. They've got no real switch-ins. They definitely want to save. And they do go in to Goldango, and we do get the KO, which is amazing. They will now go back into Super Unbound. We'll sack Yugi off here. Yeah, sack Yugi off. As they do just go for the Drain Punch, we can now just go into Malik and go for the U-turn and get the KO. Awesome. And then just go into Joey. As I'm guessing they go bring back out Dragon Pult, yep. We will just go for the False Switch here. As they do opt to go for Shadow Ball. We do take it, and that's definitely Choice Specs damage. And we can hopefully hit a Hurricane. Please. And we miss again. Which is unfortunate. We will get the KO, but the game's definitely not over yet. We can just go for Discharge. They will go for Power Balls. We can go for Pain Split here. They could be Choice Band. They're not. They will send Headbutt and get the KO on us, and I think that's GG. Very, very unfortunate. I know, but we don't get the KO, unfortunately, with the Thunderbolt. And yeah, that's GG. Very, very close indeed. I think if it didn't miss the Hurricane right there, I think Zapdos would have been able to take another hit. Could have just stayed in a Hydro Pump, in theory. But very, very quick. Our next matchup here with Zamazenta, Deoxys Speed, King Gambit, Landorus, Iron Moth, and Primarina. Nearly all their teams are massive threat here. I'm going to lead off with Yugi, thinking they're going to lead off with Deoxys Speed. What will be a very scary monster face is going to be the Zamazenta if they lead off of it. Landorus I don't mind too much. We can Parting Shot and go into Malik. And that really gives us a good position too. So we'll have to wait to see what the opponent wants to do. And we do lead off with Morpeko, as they lead off with Iron Moth and its special attack boosted. Okay, so this is scary. Did not see this one bit. I'm just gonna go into my here, predicting the Sludge Wave. No, they do just go straight for the Fiery Dance, and they will get the KO here on my, which is unfortunate. My looked super good this matchup. But we can bring out Kaiba after this, as they Terrifying. Oh, we're faster? So are they modest as well? I'm just gonna go into Bakura here. I think Bakura can take any one hit, I want to say. With the Fiery Lance. Terrifying as well. So we have Force of Terror out. We do take the hit and we get the KO. Awesome. But unfortunately, two of our massive threats are very, very low. But we still got Kaiba for late game. As they will now go into Deoxys. We will just go switching into Yugi. As they will opt to go for the Ice Beam, get the crit and KO Yugi. Very, very tough situation to be in indeed. We could go into Kaiba now. I think Joey is the best bet. And go for the Hydro Pump. To see what they will want to do. But we definitely will have to rely on Kaiba to get some type of momentum back. We are very, very damn bad at the moment, unfortunately. As they do switch into Aerial, we can just go for a false switch here. I'm guessing they go to Moonblast. Most likely choice specs. So knowing that, we can just go into Bakura, let it go down, go into Malik here, and go for the discharge. As they will switch into Landorus, we can just go for Hurricane. And yet we are really relying on Kaiba endgame here. Which does look possible. But very, very rough start. Did not expect it to be modest either. And of course, as Malik, we do miss the Hurricanes. Just go for Hurricane again. They could switch out into King Gambit here to take the hit. Would not surprise me. But yeah, Kaiba should, as we miss another Hurricane, they go for the U-turn. And they do go into King Gambit. So just go for the... Just go into Joey here. Predicting the Swords Dance. No, they just opt to go for Sucker Punch. We'll go for Will-O-Wisp now. They could bring back in the Primarina. I know they bring in Landorus. Having list Pokemon banned is fantastic. We can now just go for the Hydro Pump as they do want to set up Stealth Rocks. We missed the Hydro Pump too. We're getting very unfortunate today. As they will go for U-turn probably into Primarina. Yep, as they do go into Primarina. I could go for False Switch here. I think that will be my best bet. Unfortunately, we are faster. In this case, I wish we were slower so we could take the main boss. But we're going to have to let Malik go down here. As they do survive on 8. But Malik does live, which is fantastic. And that's a crit too. Which is very surprising that we actually managed to take that. So just go for the discard here. As they do opt to go into the King Gambit. We can go for Roost now. That's awesome to see. We get the Roost off and probably go Swords Dance. No, they just caught out Cleave, which is very scary. We'll just go for the discard here. Get some nice damage off, as they will want to finish it off with the caught out Cleave. Go into Kaiba here and predict the caught out Cleave and go for the Carmine. We definitely need Terra Fairy this one. And this is our last chance to MVP. As they do switch into Landorus, which is fantastic for us. Because I don't think they can really do anything, not with the burnt as well. So I'll go for Dragon Pulse here. I do not want to get too greedy. As they will go for a Taunt. Awesome. And we do get the KO. So we have put ourselves in a really good spot. And we do resist the Sucker Punch as well, so we don't need to worry about that. As they will now go into Jacob, which is a very scary mon. We'll just go for Thunderbolt here. I'm guessing they have Iron Head. Very scary mon indeed. But they might predict us to Thunderclap, and they might go for the substitute if it's the Iron Defense substitute set. So the best play is to stay in here, go for Thunderbolt, because the moment Zamazenta goes down here, I think we can win. So yeah, really close game. Hopefully that comes to pass. As they do just go for the body press, we can just go for Thunderbolt, and then we can just go for Thunderclap and get the KO. And yeah, we are in a very good spot here. It's literally Kyra versus 3 Pokemon, which is very scary. We'll just go for the Thunderclap again on the Deoxys and the Primarina. No, we should be faster than the Primarina, because if Joey was faster, and Joey has 230 speed, we have 227. Yeah, so we should be faster anyway. We just go for the Thunderclap again, as they opt to go for Thunder Wave. Oh, very scary. Just go for the Thunderclap again. Or should I Thunderbolt? Go Thunderbolt. We should take an Ice Beam really well. Go for the Thunderbolt, get the KO. Very scary late game here. We'll just go for the Thunderclap here. Get the KO. And then we'll go for Thunderbolt here, predicting Swords Dance. As we are faster anyway, and we do get the KO. Awesome. Very close game. Look, we had Kyber there for the late game. And yeah, let's go into the next one. Here's our next matchup here. We have Kingambit, Iron Valiant, Hooper Unbound, Deoxys Speed, Iron Moth, and Golden Fire. Very scary, very scary mons here. Just go lead off with Yugi. Again, predicting either Deoxys Speed, or we could see the Hooper Unbound. Oh, but that last game was so intense. Look, we had Kyber in the back there. Very lucky indeed. And as they disconnect, so I'll see you. I'll see you in the next game, or I'll see you if they're going back. So next game here, unfortunately they played this disconnect, and we've got a Sun team to battle here with Torkoal, Walking Wake, Venusaur. We don't see that too often, but that is such a massive threat to the team. We see a Hatterene, Dragonite, which we definitely gotta be careful of for it to not to let it get out of control, and an Amoris. Go lead off with my predicting the Torkoal. Yep, it is the Torkoal lead. We can just go for Thunderbolt here. Predicting the Dragonite. As they just go into Hatterene, which makes perfect sense, but we still do massive damage as they are eject butting, which is very scary. And now they will go into Walking Wake. We can just go into Joey here to take any high ghost teams. As we do, that definitely looks to be choice specs. So we'll Volt Switch here, predicting the Venusaur. Pretty safe switching for Venusaur, yep, as that's what they will do. We can now just go into Malik here. Go for the Hurricane. But it is only 50% accuracy. Very scary move, Hurricane. We've missed so many crucial times with this move, as they Telefire and Growth. We do manage to hit the Hurricane, which is fantastic. Very scary to see here. We can just go for Thunderclap now though. Do I need Malik in this matchup? Yeah, I'm just gonna let Yugi go here, as they will go for the Weather Ball, get the KO on us. But now we can just go into Kyber and go for the Thunderclap. Even if they want to Growth so many times, just keep Thunderclapping, because we need this massive threat out the way. But we have forced the Tele out, as they will go out into Walking Wake. I'm actually going to Telefairy Dragon Pulse. Just get rid of this massive threat here, as they will go for the High Ghost team. So they did predict that. But we do get the KO on that massive threat. They will now go into Dragonite. They might extreme speed, but I'm scared that they go into Dragon Dance. Yeah, they do extreme speed, get the KO on us. So the multi-scale is still intact, but we'll just go into Glowy and go for the Will-Wisp, as they do want to go into Torkoal, which makes complete sense. We will just go for False Switch here. Bakura looks very, very good late game. Very good late game. As they do opt to stay in, we will just go into Malik here. As they do just want to set up the Stealth Fox, we can now just go for Discharge. As they do sack the Hatterene, which makes complete sense. But yeah, the Stealth Fox is not that much of a hindrance to us. Again, we normally we had the Rapid Spinner in this team specifically for spikes more than for Stealth Fox. As they will now just go into Venusaur, go for the Web Ball. We do take the hit, and we will get the KO, which is awesome. And most likely going to see Dragonite. No, Enamorus. So they can just Moonblast us here. Which is fine. Oh, as a physical set, which is very scary. So we'll just go into Glowy, go for the Will-Wisp, as they will go for another Superpower and get the KO on us again. We can go into Mai here, but I don't think I think this is GG. No, we live on 1. And we do get the KO, which is fantastic. So it's literally just Bakura versus the last 2. Which is very scary considering the Dragonite still has the multi-scale. But we will go for Ice Punch. We can take an Earthquake. Can this get the KO? No, it does not, and I think that's GG. Yep, unfortunately, very, very close indeed. And let's go into the final battle. Here's our next matchup here. We have Ribombee, Serperior, Gholdengo, Glimmora, Kingambit, and Raging Bolt. Massive, massive threats here. Definitely can see the Ribombee lead, so normally I just go into Mai if that's the case. As it is the Ribombee lead, we can just go for Thunderbolt. As I most likely go set up Sticky Webs here. Very, very scary team, as they do take the hit. We'll just go for the Air Power now, in case they want to go into anyone else. And no, they let the Ribombee go down here, which is completely fine. As they will now go into Kingambit. Okay, so here do I predict the Swords Dance or do the safe play and go into Bakura? I'm going to go into Bakura here. Even if they do go for Swords Dance, we should not be an immediate threat, as they will go for the Sucker Punch. Just go for the Thunder Punch here, predicting the Gholdengo. And only really 2 Pokemon can take a Thunder Punch, but they can't take an Ice Punch afterwards. So let's see what the opponent wants to do here. So yeah, we've put them in a pretty rough spot, because especially Mai's going to be so handy for that Glimmora. Glimmora is such a massive threat to this team if it's the Meteor Beam Rock Power set. So scary to face. As we just wait on the opponents here. So yeah, we could see the Gholdengo. They could go with the Serperior, but I don't think they would want that mon to get too damaged. As I'm just go cut here and let you know if they make a move. As they do go into Glimmora, did not see that coming. We will just go for Drain Punch here, as he will just go for Air Power. We get some HP back, so we're still over 50%, which is fantastic. Definitely need to bring in Yugi at some point, which is going to be quite hard to do, as they will now go into Gholdengo. So I will just stay in here, go for Thunder Punch, get some nice damage off on the Gholdengo. And they will KO us here, but that's fine. I'm going to bring in Yugi and go for Rapid Spin, hoping that they think we'll go for the Dark move. As no, they do just want to stay in and get the recover off. We can just go for knockoff now. And not a Wall Wheel, because it was Balloon. But we are faster, as they now go into Raging Bolt. Very, very scary. We do get the nice speed off. We can go for the Rapid Spin now, get rid of these hazards, which is fantastic, as they will opt to KO us with Dragon Pulse. But we can go into Mine now and go for the Air Power or False Switch, as they do opt to actually stay in. So I'll go into Joey here, as they do go for another Dragon Pulse. We will just go for the Will-O-Wisp, get some nice residual damage, as they will go for the Carmines, which does make complete sense. So we got Malik to take care of the Kingambit. So they will just go for the Thunderclap, but now we can just go back into Mine and go for the Air Power and get the KO, which is awesome. Most like Cecilia, which really does make sense here. I think we have to let Maya go down here, as they will go for the Substitute. But now we can bring out Kyber and go for the Dragon Pulse. There's no need to Carmine, I don't think, in this situation, as they will opt to go for the Leaf Storm. And yep, we bring the Superior so low, we can now just go for the Thunderclap, as they got the Glare, which makes complete sense. As they do Terra Blast, we can take the hit and KO with a Dragon Pulse, which is fantastic for us, as they will now bring out Kingambit. Going to Terra Fairy here, go for the Thunderbolt, predicting the Sucker Punch. And no, do they go for Swords Dance? No, they go out for the Caught Out Cleave. And it's literally just Malik against Gholdengo and Kingambit. We get the KO on Kingambit, which is fantastic. Now let's have this 1v1. They will go for the Nasty Pot. So we really do need to quit to actually win this matchup here, which is very unfortunate. And we get the quit, and that's GG. Very, very good last game. Very close down to the wire at the end. And yeah, I'll see you on the MVP screen. And welcome back to the MVP screen. And it's still a tie between Bakura and Kyber. Wow. Again, just two phenomenal ones. Bakura really popped off the first match, and Kyber really cemented that comeback behind victory with the fairy typing and the Thunderclaps. Awesome to see. I generally don't know which one is going to take the crown, because it's only tomorrow, and maybe they both take the crown. Could be the first tie MVPs here. But yeah, they've also blown Valkyrie's record. They have officially went past Valkyrie's record by 4 KOs so far, and still counting. So I wonder, can these get 50 KOs in tomorrow's video? One, just need to get 8 more. Could we potentially see it? Or is it more realistically to think 45? Let me know in the comments. And if you liked the video, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. And most importantly, enjoy the rest of your day.